So lying down on your mat to just help the body to settle. So in corpse pose with your arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up to just release the shoulders, and feet apart, a little bit of distance between them, and a little bit of room between the arm and the armpits as well, and the body nice and straight. So letting the body settle and feeling the ground holding you, supporting you, and letting go of any feelings, just letting go, and feel yourself arriving on the mat where we will spend the next 70 to 75 minutes. So we're going to do a little bit of tensing and relaxing as we normally do. So on your next breath in, tense the right leg, lift the right leg off the floor, just a couple of centimeters off. So just really not too much, hold the breath. And then when you need to breathe out, just let that leg flop. So if you've got a floor of some sort or the mat, it should make a little bit of a noise. Inhale the left leg up just a few centimeters, really tensing that leg. And then let go, release on the exhalation. So tense the hips and the buttocks, really tense. If it feels comfortable to lift off the floor, do so. If you're in a chair, just tense and then release. So now make a tight fist with your hands, really tensing everything a little bit more if you can, and then letting go. So feeling that difference between being very tense and completely letting go. And now tense your chest, bring the chest up, squeezing your shoulder blades together, really squeezing. And then feel that moment where you just let go, and that nice feeling of completely letting go. So now we'll do the face. So squeeze all the facial muscles in the direction of the nose, really squeeze. Imagine you've eaten a sour lemon, and then let go. And now open your eyes. So bring your tongue out and really stretching all the facial muscles this time. And let go. So just close the eyes again. And then slowly turning the neck to one side, coming back to the center, and then turning the neck to the other side, coming back to the center. And here, just take a few breaths. So bring your hands on your belly with the fingers just touching lightly. And then we're going to do a few abdominal breath here. So inhaling, the abdomen goes up in the direction of the ceiling. It won't quite touch, don't worry. And then exhaling, the abdomen goes down and the fingers touch again. So a few more in your own breath, just nice, deep abdominal breath. So don't force anything, that it doesn't have to be long, but just making sure that you can actually channel the breath down to the abdomen. And for those who are used to doing the full breath with me, so you can go to the abdomen and then a little bit more to the chest and a little bit more to the clavicle, and then exhale, clavicle down, chest, and then abdomen in. So you choose whether you want to do abdominal breath, combine it with the chest, or combine it with the clavicle breath. So all the three, you choose. Couple more. And then when you've finished, just bring your arms up and overhead behind you. Just really stretching the body. And then bring the feet away from you. So bring the heels away from you, the toes towards you. So now, and then let go for a moment, leaving the arms behind you if they are already. So now hold your right wrist with your left hand, and then just pulling it a little bit towards the left. So just feeling a bit of a stretch of in the right hand side of the body, just feeling that stretch. And then coming back to the center and grabbing your left wrist, and then using your right arm, and then pulling it a little bit to the left if that feels good, and a little bit of a stretch. And then coming back to the center and bring the arms down, and then we'll come up into sitting. And we will start as we normally do. So taking your time to come up. And then sitting comfortably if you've been making sure your spine is nice and erect. And then bringing your hand in a mudra. So we'll go for the chin mudra, which is the thumb and the forefinger touching, and the 3 remaining fingers out, quite engaged. So relaxing the shoulders down. And we will chant Om 3 times. And we will start with the opening prayer. So bringing your focus to the point between the eyebrow and keeping it there if it feels good. If naturally your focus goes to around the sternum area, then that's okay too. Wherever your mind just goes when you close your eyes, just leave it there and try and keep it there for the duration. So join me for Om when you're ready. Om. Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saviryam karavavahe tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So feeling vibration of the Om and the mantra. And then when you're ready, opening the eyes. Okay, so welcome everyone. So we're going to have a bit of a mixed class today. So we've got a very mixed audience. So we'll try and cater to everyone. So we've all get something out of the class. So we will do today what is called the energy block series. So there are some interesting exercises. So we will come sitting. So if you're in a chair, that's fine. It's okay. Or if you are on the floor, we'll come sitting with the legs outstretched in front of us. And I will demonstrate the pose. So it's called pulling the rope, because that's exactly what we will be doing. So we will pull the rope. So we will inhale. So we will grab a rope. So with the thumb in, and then really grabbing that rope. And then exhaling, bringing it down. So the rope is heavy, so that means there will be some tension here. And then inhale, grab with the left, and then exhale, coming down. So keeping the feet engaged. So if you're sat in a chair, that's fine. Or if you want to be sat in easy cross-leg position, that's okay as well. So the sitting position doesn't matter too much. Okay, so we're going to be doing 5 times on each side. So we will start together, and then you'll go with your own breath. So inhale, right arm up, grab the rope, thumb in, and then exhale, coming down. So other inhale, left, grab, exhale, pulling, coming down. And then a few more. So inhale, grab, down. Inhale, grab left, down. So we'll do 2 more on each side with your own breath. Okay, so now just taking a little bit of a rest. And then we're just going to do a bit of a twist. So we're going to, if you can, and bring so you can separate the legs a little bit. So if you are on a chair, you can just twist like this. So so bringing the right hand onto the outside of the left thigh, and then bringing the left arm back. So just a little bit of a twist. So it doesn't matter how far your right hand has gone down the leg. So we're more interested in that opening of the chest. So staying here, taking a few breaths, and then coming back. And then we're going to do the other side. So a left hand to the outside of the right leg, and then twisting. So looking in the direction of your right hand. So staying a couple more breaths. So opening, nice opening of the chest here, and then coming down. So we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to be a bit dynamic in the position. So we'll go 1, and then we'll change side. So just a little bit dynamic. So move only as you feel comfortable. So inhale, exhale to the center, inhale to the other side. So couple more. So finishing with with the right side. We started on the left. Okay. Right. So now we're going to do an exercise which is called churning the mill. Some of you have done it with me, and some of you haven't. So so the legs are a little bit separate, not too much, so just enough. So the idea is, I'll demonstrate if you've not done it, or even if you've done it, it's nice to have a little bit of a refresher. So imagine that you've got some flour to grind using a manual mechanism, as people still do in many countries. So interlacing the fingers. So we'll breathe, we'll go back, we'll breathe in as we lean back, and then we breathe out, we come forward, like so. Inhale, going back, exhaling, coming forward. So like so. And then the idea is to make sure that the distance between the floor and your hands stay the same all the way. So after a little while, you'll kind of, well, there is a tendency for the arms to come down, might get a bit tired. I mean, of course, if you're tired, you stop. But as soon, just watch so that that distance is the same. So let's begin. So bringing your hands interlaced, and then breathing in, go back. And then breathing out, go forward. And then breathing in, going back. So half of the circle is breathing in and then out. So you can stretch as far as is comfortable. And then when you're going down, so when you're going back, you're not going back too much, and the back remains straight. So I'm not bending my back, hope not. So, and keep going. So making sure that the arms are the same distance from the floor as you go. So I don't think we've got enough for even one chapati here. So let's keep going a little bit more. And then coming to the center. And now we go the other way. So, let's see how we went. So stay with the direction that you haven't done. And then when you think you've done enough, coming back to the center. Okay, so now the next exercise is called row your boat. So again, the arms, we'll just imagine that we are rowing. So we are on the river, and then we breathe in when we go back, and then exhale forward. So inhale, and then exhale. So inhale, bringing the arms like so, and then exhaling, going forward. Okay, so let's go. So bringing the arms close to the body, inhale, and then exhale, going forward. So again, I'm not leaning too much, so the hands are in a fist here. So imagine what people do in the gym, or what people do in the rivers. So we don't need anything to get our exercise, to get our yoga in. So we've been rowing, we've been churning the mill, all that on our yoga mat. So inhaling back, exhale forward. And now we're going to just reverse we're going to reverse. So when we're reversing, the arms are together when they're there, and then the arms are away when they're back. So just reversing the movement. Rowing backward. And then relax. Okay. So hope that felt good. And now is a position that we're going to do with, which is called the salutation pose, and it requires squatting. So I don't know whether people are okay with squatting, so just the Indian squat. So Malasan So basically it's just coming here and then sitting nice and straight. So some people have to have their legs quite far and some are a bit closer. And some of us will not be able to get the heels down. So what you can do is if you grab something near you, you can leave the heels to rest on here. So that kind of gives you a little bit of space. And if this is really not working for you, then you can do it, you can just be in a chair, or you can just do it in a squat like so. So just in a normal squat. And if you're in a chair, then you can just do the movement with the arms. Okay, so various variations for what people are able to do. So I can't get down into a squat. And so we will start with the hands here. And so we'll just stay here for a few moments so the body is nice and straight. And then I'll just demonstrate the movement now. So we'll breathe in when we're in this position, and then we'll breathe out like so. And then breathe in, and then breathe out. So we will do that for, we'll do about 5 of these, so we're getting ready. So inhale, exhale, extending the arms with your own breath. Inhale, so remember you can do it in a squat. Exhale, arms out. Breathe in, hands at the sternum. Exhale, arms out. 2 more. And then coming back here, and then slowly coming out of the pose. So some people find it really easy and some people don't. So it's just the way it is. So just taking a moment here. And we'll just come in child pose for a moment, just for a little bit of rest. So child pose, you can bring the knees quite close together and then go, buttocks to heels and go forward. Or you can bring the knees quite wide and then go forward. And if your head doesn't go to the ground, you can hold your chin here. Or you can make a couple of fists and let your forehead rest on your hand. So whatever position you are in the child pose, resting and connecting to your breath. So staying in the child pose, feel the breath in the back of the body. So feeling the breath at the back of the body. So the back almost is breathing, feeling the air going in the back of the body. Couple more breaths in the child pose. And of course, if the child pose is not comfortable for you, you just find any resting position that you like. And then we'll come up into standing. So coming up in whatever way you like. So if you can come up without using your hands, 1 foot in front and then coming up. Or if you can just come up, do so. Okay, so we're going to do one more from this series. So, and I will demonstrate. So people do this from the squatting position as well, but I think that would be a little bit too much. So, so it's called chopping wood asana, and that's because it feels like we've got an axe in our hands and we're going to chop wood. So we'll come. I'll just demonstrate first. So when we kind of come very firmly on the legs, and then bending the knees. And then we'll inhale, and then we'll exhale with a sound. And this time we're going to use chew. Inhale and chew. Okay, inhale and chew. Chew. So join me when you're ready. Chew. 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 So carry on. I could just hear some noise and I don't know where it's coming from. Okay. Okay, so, right. And then when you're ready, just let that go. Okay. So this series is very good to kind of improve the energy flowing in the body. And with the weather being what it is in the UK at the moment, I don't know what it's like down south, but here it's a bit muggy and it's a bit dull. So we have a tendency for things to be a little bit more lethargic, and so this kind of really helps. Okay, so now we're going to do a few exercises with standing, if that's okay with you, or if you need to be doing it in a chair, that's okay as well. So this is really simple exercise. So bringing the hands with the hands just touching slightly, so just your thumbs are touching. So we'll inhale to the side, and then we'll exhale back to the centers, just gently, nothing, not very strenuous at all. So being in your body, so you can keep the eyes closed or open, but if you're standing, then you might want to keep your eyes open. And then inhale out, arms to the side, and then exhale, hands touching. So a couple more, inhale, with your own breath. So I'm just instructing so that you know what to do, but you do it with your own breath. Exhale, hands back to center. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, back to center. One more time. Inhale, to the side. And back to center, and bring the arms down. So close the eyes here and just feel the effect of this very simple practice. So now we're gonna do one balance exercise. So if you are near a chair, you'll be welcome to hold a chair, or if you're near a wall, you'll be welcome to touch the wall to make sure that you don't fall. Okay, so I will demonstrate without a wall, but you can just touch the wall if you need to. So let me just demonstrate the posture first. So that we start with the arms on the thighs. And then we'll inhale, bringing the arms up to shoulder height, holding the breath if you feel comfortable holding. And then when you need to breathe out, coming down, feet down and arms down at the same time, synchronizing. So let's go together. So arms on the thighs. So fixing a point in front of you first. So fixing a point in balanced poses really helps us to keep our focus. And then inhale, coming up, arms at shoulder level. Come as high or as low on your ankle as is comfortable for your body. And then slowly coming down with control, perfect synchronization. So a few more. Inhale, up, exhale, down. So 2 more. Inhale. So remember, you can hold something. You can, if this is a bit too much for you today. And then slowly coming down. One last, coming up. And then down. And now, just for good measure, we're going to do one where we're just going to hold for as long as we like. So if you don't want to do this, please don't. But if you feel up for a little bit of a challenge, then coming up with the inhalation. And now breathe normally. So focusing on your point, breathing normally. And then just stay in this position for as long as is comfortable for your body. Of course, don't overdo it. If you need to just have a little hold of something for a second and then come back, no harm done. So just, and then when you're in this position, feeling where in the body is having to work really hard to keep you in this position. And then when you're ready, coming down slowly with control or not, doesn't matter. Okay, so if you need to just shake the legs a little bit, do so. And we're going to do another standing pose. So if you're a bit tired now and you'd rather do this one in the chair, that's fine. So we're going to be going on to some more dynamic stuff afterwards. So if you want to rest, this is a good time to do this sitting down if you want. So we bring the hands interlace in front of the chest. And then all we're going to do is we'll inhale out and then exhale back to the chest. So really simple movement, but staying with the movement. So inhale, palms facing the middle of the room. Exhale back. Really simple. Inhale and exhale. And then now we're going to go a little bit above eye level. So if you think that this was 90 degrees, so this is 180 degrees, this is kind of in the middle, about 135 degrees. So bringing the hands here again. Inhale. And then exhale back to the center. 2 more. Inhale. Hold. And then exhale. So 1 more. And now we're going to go 180 degrees, so which is just up. So inhale, going up. And then exhale, bringing the arms, the hands back to the chest. 2 more. Inhale. So the feet stay on the floor here and down. And down, just feeling the effect of the practice. So bringing the arms down and just feeling what your body feels. So sometimes we do very complicated exercises, but then the simple ones are really very effective also. And it's nice to have a practice that kind of combines everything. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of marching. So I will demonstrate. So it's coordinating with the breath again. So I'll demonstrate first, and then we'll do it, and then I'll instruct. So we do it together. So we'll inhale the right arm and the left leg, And then we'll exhale, coming down. Inhale, right leg and left arm. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, and then back down. So we're just going to do this a few steps. So if you can walk along your mat or wherever there is a little bit of room for you to walk, do so. So inhaling, bringing the right arm up and the left leg. So if this is a bit too much with the balance, so you can still just bring the toe, you don't have to lift the leg so high up. And then exhale, coming down. Inhale, right leg up, left arm at shoulder height. Exhale, down. So it's this coordination that we're interested in. Inhale, hold, exhale, down. Inhale, hold, exhale, down, and hold with the breath out for a second. Inhale, left leg up, right arm, and then down, pause, inhale, and then down. So wherever, so just do a couple more. So if you need to turn yourself and then walk back to where you were, so just do a couple or. Okay, so now when you've finished, then just take a moment here, standing in mountain pose or and with your palms to the side. So it's almost like we're having a Shavasana standing. And now we're going to do one moon salutation, since it was full moon not too long ago. And if you want to try, that's okay. And then I might suggest some modification. But if you want to sit this one out, you can just stretch a little bit in the chair, or you can follow the movement as much as possible. Or you can also just visualize the movement with the eyes closed and do the breathing as we go ahead. So I will not demonstrate, but I will go slowly through the posture so everyone understands. So it's pretty much like the sun salutation, but we add two positions. So coming into the starting position. So some people like their feet very close together, and some people like a little bit of room between the feet. And then tuck the pelvis under, so just like so. And then bringing so that the back is not like hollow, so just nice. And then bringing the hands to the sternum. So just connecting with the cooling energy of the sun, of the moon. And we will be starting with the left leg here. So we'll inhale and we will exhale the palms together. We will inhale the arms up first, go up, and then a little bit of a back bend. So your arms can be bent here, whichever. And then slowly with an exhalation coming down, bring the hands to the floor. Bend the knees as much as you need to. So really bending the knees. So we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. So if you can get the palm of your hands on the floor, do so. You need some contact with the floor. And then inhale the left leg back. So we start with the left leg in this moon salutation. And then coming into the equestrian pose, which is looking up. And then we'll go into the moon pose. So the moon pose, you can stay here, coming up with your hands at your sternum. So this is a bit of a balanced pose, so keep your eyes open. And for those of you who can, we can bring your arms up. You can leave the arms separate, and then just drop the shoulders. So they can be touch or separate, whatever feels right for your body. And then go back a little bit. So make sure that your neck is not going too much back. So imagine there are 3 fingers behind your in your neck that you don't want to squish. Okay, so in the moon pose, and then coming back to the center, and then bringing your hands to down, and then bringing, and then we come down, and then we go into the plank pose. So all fours here. And then we're going to go into the plank pose. So for those of you who don't want to go into the next poses, so you can just relax in child pose, or you can just do cat and cow here. Okay, so for the rest of us who want to go and do plank, so both legs, so we outstretch one leg first, and then upper body doesn't move, the other leg up. So, and then slowly bringing the knees down, uncurl the toes, keeping the elbows in, bring the chest down and the forehead down. Inhale the body into one straight line. And then coming up into baby cobra, lifting the arms, looking in the direction of the ceiling. Bring the hands by the side of your body. And then coming into downward dog. So if you were in child pose or doing cat cow, we all meet in down dog now. So, or inverted V. So here, lifting your hips as high as they can go, letting the head hang, quite a bit of room between the ears and the head, really feeling that nice stretch. And now we want the left foot in between the hands, so you can bring the right knee on the floor first, or you can just bring the left foot in between the hands, whichever you're used to doing. So, and then this time we go straight in the moon pose. So again, your arms can be separate. You can just go back a little bit, not too much, whatever feels right for your body. And then coming and spending a little bit of time in the equestrian pose now, looking towards the ceiling, finding the moon up there. And then exhaling, bringing the back foot to meet the front foot, landing very lightly. Let the head hang. So we'll stay in this forward bend for a couple of breaths. And now coming, so bending the knees, straightening the back, and coming up with a nice flat back, going up a little of the back bend, and then hands to prayer. And hands by your side. So we're going to do the same, but this time we're going to start with the right leg. So inhale, exhale the palms together. Inhale, arms up first, and then a little bit of a back bend. So not too much, releasing the lower back. So there's no pressure on the lower back. So staying here for a couple of breaths. And then exhale, coming down with an exhalation. Let the head hang, hands by your knees. So hand, knee, hand by your feet, sorry, not knees. Hand, foot, hand. Let the neck hang. And then inhale the right leg back as far back as is comfortable for you. Uncurl the toe. Come on the tip of your fingers looking up. So now we're in equestrian pose. So spending a bit of time here. So we'll take a few breaths. And then we'll come up in the moon pose. So your arms can be out, and then you just go back a tiny bit. That's okay too. Or you can choose your variation that works for your body. And then slowly coming back, bringing the hands here. So, and then we go into the plank pose. So all fours first, one leg back, upper body stays completely still, just lifting the other leg, looking slightly ahead of your arm, of your hands. So now this is where you smile and enjoy being in the plank. So Slowly bringing the knees down. So remember, you can be in your cat-cow here. Exhaling, coming down, keeping the elbows close, and chest down, forehead down, buttocks hover in the air. Slide the body into one straight line. Inhale into baby cobra again, looking at the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands to the side and coming up. So we'll take a few breaths in downward dog or inverted V. If this feels too strong, go into all fours. So staying there. And see, for those of you who can get your heels on the floor, do so. But making sure there is a nice V shape. So there is sometimes a tendency to kind of bring the legs really close together. And that's not quite right either. So let the head hang, looking in the direction of your thighs. And just enjoying the inversion. And now we'll be bringing the right foot in front, so you can bring the left knee down first, and then bring the right foot down. Or for those of you who've been doing this for a little while, you can just bring that foot all in one go. And then we go straight into the moon pose this time. Your variation of the moon pose. And then coming down into equestrian pose, looking to the ceiling. Staying here for a couple of breaths. So feeling the left knee, the left quad. And then bringing the back foot to meet the front foot. And then we normally bend the knees and come down, but if you can do it without bending the knees, but with a flat back, do so. Going up and then back, and then bringing the hands back to the center. And just taking a moment here. And then we will come down, lying down. So we will do one or two more poses on the floor before we end our asana practice. So slowly taking your time, coming onto the floor. And as soon as you get onto the floor in Shavasana, just feel how the body relaxes. Feel that moment where you just let go. So here in this position, inhale and exhale. So making the exhalation a little bit longer than the inhalation. Inhale for a count of 2. Exhale for 4. When the exhalation is longer, we induce the body to relax further and quicker. So we want to concentrate on the exhalation becoming longer. And now we're going to do a bit of a twist. So if you're on a chair, you just do a normal. If you're sitting on a chair, you will just do a normal twist by bringing your right hand on your left knee and then twisting. Okay, so that's if you're in a chair. Otherwise, if you're on the floor, we will do. I've not quite decided which one yet. Okay, so bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee on the floor there, or maybe just on the knee itself. Grab the left knee with your right hand, and then bringing that knee towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor, and if you can, keeping both shoulders on the floor if you can. And then turn the head towards the left hand, looking in that direction. So feeling that stretch. If this doesn't feel right for you, then you can do your favorite stretch. So you can just bring both knees to one side. Anything that works for your body, that you like the feeling of. So being in the twist and letting go. If it feels good to close the eyes, please do. If it doesn't, of course, please don't. And here, letting go. So inhale. And on the exhalation, just let the breath go to where there is any tension. So first feel where you find any tension in the body, where you might be able to relax using the exhalation. Maybe you can relax a little bit, but maybe you can't. So the idea is at the end is during the exhalation is to bring your attention there and then let go a little bit more. If your body is inviting you to go a bit deeper in the stretch, do so, but please don't force anything. If it's saying, leave me alone, then do so. So twists are very good exercises for releasing tension, mental tension. And it's something that you can do at any time on its own. It's quite nice to just do when you come back from wherever you've been, just to let go a little bit. Couple more breaths here. Finding ease in the pose. And then slowly coming back down to the center. And then outstretch the left leg. Bring the right foot on the left knee. Hold the left knee with the right knee with the left hand. And then encouraging that knee towards the left, feeling the twist. Outstretch the right arm at shoulder height. And then look in the direction of the right hands. And if it feels like you can close your eyes, do so. If it doesn't feel good, don't. Just listening to your body. So twisting this side might feel very different to the other side. So just scanning the body a little bit, seeing where the stretch is. So that nice opening of the chest. Letting go of any inhibitions, just really opening up to the possibilities. Feeling ready to open up to possibilities. So a nice openness of the upper body is always good, is always upbeat, is always uplifting. So when we're a bit depressed, or then we tend to kind of get into our shell and round the upper body. So we're trying to not do that, opening the upper body. And again, feeling where any tension is and using the exhalation to try and let go of that tension. And if your body is inviting you to go further into the stretch, do it. Otherwise, don't fight with it, just go where you are, just stay there. Focusing on the breath, inhale. And with the exhalation, following where the breath is going. If you can relax a little bit more, do so. Couple more breaths. And then slowly coming back to the center. And then we're going to come into into sitting for one breathing exercise before we go down to relax. So sorry about this, that you need to come up and then back down. So slowly coming up. And for a breathing exercise, so we will do exactly what we did last time, which is Nadi Shuddhi. So it is breathing in through the left, exhale right, inhale right, breathing left, and carrying on like so. And we're not counting anything, we're just going with the breath. We're not doing any counting, we're simply observing what the breath is doing. So once we kind of get into the movement of it and the swing of this, the breath will become shallow at this point. There would be no need for too much breathing to happen. So it will be a shallow breath, but it will be a very slow breath. So sometimes a shallow breath is all right, as long as it's not fast. So when we are very, very relaxed, so there's hardly much breathing happening in the body. So bringing the right hand in chin mudra with, the left hand, thumb and forefinger to touch, the remaining 3 fingers out taut. And then we'll bring the right hand in Vishnu mudra, so bringing the thumb and the middle finger down. And then we will use the thumb and the ring finger, so bringing the thumb on the right nostril and then the ring finger on the left nostril. So these are the 2 fingers. So the little finger is just there because there's nowhere else for it to go. So just experimenting that we will always be closing our right nostril with our thumb and the left with the ring finger. So just having a little go at this, just moving like so to feel that movement if you're not used to it. So we'll have the spine straight. So when the spine is straight, the energy flows nicely. You can imagine a straw, though we don't do plastic straws anymore, but if you imagine a straw that's bent, for the water to go through, it kind of takes time and it doesn't go nicely. But if it's nice and straight, then it goes through very nicely. Okay, so getting your hands ready, your right thumb on the right nostril, and then opening the left nostril, breathing all the air out, and then inhaling through the left, and then exhale through the right. There's no retention here. Inhale right, close the right, exhale left, inhale left, close left, exhale right, inhale right, close right, exhale left. So carry on in your own time with your own breath for a few more breaths. No counting, just relaxing into it. So this really brings the mental activity down when the breath is very subtle, then the rest of the body is very subtle, it is very still as well. And the mind is very much at peace. So this is a nice feeling. And by breathing in through one nostril and the other, we're also balancing the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere of the brain. A few more breaths. staying with the breath. And if the mind wanders, then congratulate yourself for having noticed, and gently bring the mind back to the breathing if possible. Whatever else you're thinking about, you can just wait for a few more minutes. And now letting go of the practice. And then slowly just keeping the eyes closed, just noticing the effect of that practice on the body. Normally we'll do it for a bit longer. And you can do it in your own time, any time of the day. And noticing how you feel after it. And now, if you can get to lying down without too much movement, to keep that serenity, that peace, do so. But if you need to put on clothes, if you need to a blanket or anything, then of course grab it. I should have said, I should have asked you to do these things before, but I forgot. Sorry about that. So doing a bit of a yoga practice every day. So sometimes you can just do this wherever you are. You're waiting for something to happen, you're at your desk, or you're just walking somewhere, or whatever it is, you can just do this. And you can also do this without holding the nose if you're somewhere where you don't want people to think, what on earth is going on here? And you can just do it mentally, imagining that you're holding the nostril. So now coming into the Shavasana position for our lying down practice. So we haven't got too long to lie down. So just making yourself comfortable, a little bit of room between the arms and the armpits, and the feet falling to the side. Let your body rest and fall down to the floor. There's nothing to do here, nothing to worry about. Just let go. And so once the idea is to try and remain completely still during the practice. If you need to move, that is absolutely fine, but do so mindfully. So slowly letting the body go, letting the body relax, giving yourself permission to relax, and mentally repeat after me. I relax my feet and ankles. My feet and ankles are relaxed. I relax my shins and calves. I relax my shins and calves. My shins and calves are relaxed. I relax my knees and kneecaps. I relax my knees and kneecaps. My knees and kneecaps are relaxed. I relax my thighs. I relax my thighs. My thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and buttocks. I relax my hips and buttocks. My hips and buttocks are relaxed. I relax my abdomen, chest. My abdomen and chest. My abdomen and chest are relaxed. I relax my lower back, middle back, upper back, lower back, middle back, and upper back. My entire back is relaxed. I relax my fingers, thumbs, index, middle fingers, ring fingers, little fingers. I relax the palms of my hands and the backs of my hands. My entire hands are relaxed. My entire hands are relaxed. I relax my wrist and the forearms. I relax the wrist and forearms. The wrist and forearms are relaxed. I relax elbows and upper arms. Elbows and upper arms are relaxed. I relax shoulders and shoulder blades. Shoulders and shoulder blades are relaxed. I relax the neck. I relax the neck. The neck is relaxed. I relax the jaw, chin, jaw and chin relax. I relax the teeth, the tongue, the mouth. Teeth, tongue, mouth are relaxed. A little bit of room between the upper teeth and the lower teeth. I relax the lips. I relax the lips. The lips are relaxed. I relax the cheeks. I relax the cheeks. The cheeks are relaxed. I relax the nostrils. I relax the nostrils. The nostrils are relaxed. I relax the eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes. Eyes, eyeballs, eyelids, eyelashes are relaxed. I relax the forehead. Forehead is fully relaxed, no crease, no clenching. Forehead is relaxed. The entire face is relaxed. The entire face is relaxed. I relax the ears. I relax the ears. The ears are relaxed. I relax the head and scalp. I relax the head and scalp. Head and scalp are relaxed. My entire body is relaxed. My entire body is completely relaxed. My entire body is completely relaxed. Now we're going to do a little bit of visualization to try and re-energize the body. So imagine a star at your left foot. The star shines. It comes up, the shining light comes up through your body on the left side to your throat and to your head. When it gets to your head, the energy spreads. And then you bring the energy back into one light, into one ball of light, into the star. And then thinking of your right foot and letting that energy and all the stresses of your body coming out of your right leg. So visualizing those, the tension coming out, evaporating in the air. And now the star is at the bottom of your right foot, inhaling, shining the right side of the body, re-energizing the right side of the body, getting to the head, to the forehead, and then the energy there spread. The head shines, the whole body shines, and then bringing that point of light to one point, visualizing your left foot, and now imagining all the tensions going through the left side of the body, coming out of your toes, evaporating in the air, leaving the body stress-free. That star is shining at the left foot, shining the body, the whole leg, the knees, the whole of the right side, to the throat, to the point between the eyebrows. The whole of the head shines with the energy spreading. And then bring it back to one point at the eyebrow. And then visualizing your right leg, And all the tension goes out through the right side of the body, coming out through the toes, evaporating in the air, all tensions, all fatigue. And now the light is on the right side, right foot, bringing it up the right body, rejuvenating every single cell on its way up to the head. The head shines, the energy spreads, reviving yourself. Then bringing the energy back into one point, one little star, visualizing your left foot and letting all fatigue, all tensions, whatever you don't want, flow out of to the left side, letting it evaporate out of your left toes. And now just letting go of that visualization and taking a few breaths, feeling the energy of the body revive, the body relax, the body rejuvenated, the body shining, the head shining, everywhere shining. So staying with that image of energy, of lightness in the body, happiness, health, everything that's positive. And then letting go of that as well. And now bringing your attention back to the body and bringing a little bit of movement to the feet and the hands, and then coming up into sitting as we normally do. So taking your time, so going on to one side first and then coming up. So really taking your time. So we'll be finishing with 3 ohms as we normally do. So when you're ready, join me for the ohms. So inhale. Om. And we'll finish with the prayers as we normally